You ever look at your rear and say, dang, that rear is floppy, needs more support? If that rear keeps flopping around, you're gonna do irreversible damage. What's going on, guys? Today, we're gonna be working on putting a bed support in on our 2010 F-150 Raptor. Well, on this truck, it has the aluminum bed. So it's kind of, you know, floppy. Not as stiff, this and that, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So over time, instead of your bed sides being like that, they end up being like that. You don't really want them to be like that. And they say, especially if you have weight on top, and I have this camper shell, and I want to build a roof rack and put stuff on top of that, you know, you start putting weight on it and that makes it worse. So what we're gonna do is have some 3/16 plate, put a plate on either side, connect it with a piece of, I think I have 1.5" tubing, piece of 1.5" tubing, and then some gussets. It'll be good. Don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm making mine, but there are plenty of aftermarket options that you don't have to go through all this with. Think is West Side Off-Road Group, West Off-Road Group, WOG, just look up that. They have a full length bed support as well as just triangles right there. Crazy House Customs, they have one. Hit up Battleborn Off-Road and they'll tell you what they need. Crazy House Custom ones, you can get the, what's it called? The Tailgater Edition. It gives you a little bottle opener for when you have your RC Cola. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Here's what we got. We got 2 end plates, 3/16 thick, 3 inches wide by 16 inches tall. And I got I think it was like a 4-foot piece of that at Lowe's for like $30. And I've got a piece of 1.5 inch 095 wall tubing. You put the plates on, bolt it through those holes. Take out your headlights so that you have easier access to the backside. Measure at the bottom of the brace, and that's your length. And I'm not a great welder, and I don't have a good machine, so I'm gonna see if my neighbor will do it. See, these are my tacks that I put down, and I don't know what happened there. I think a mouse chewed through that while the pipe was sitting, so yeah, we'll let him do this.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Look at that.
Are you gonna cope some corners and weld like this, or?
I'm gonna put like shock mounting tabs.
Right.
But I don't have those in the mail yet.
All right.
Do you like this part over here? I think a rat chewed through it.
Special.
Special. There's our final product. This has been a long time coming, and I've been waiting for shock tabs and really just time to do it because, of course, Redneck Mike was helping us, and we have to be mindful of his time that he has. So this was about, I don't know, 11 inches from the top of that tube, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half. So we just did the same here. And then put the heim joint ends in with the tube adapters and measured how much pipe we needed. So I think it ended up being like 6 3/4 inch. It is way overkill, and it didn't end up being cheaper than just buying one already made, but it looks cool, and looking cool is part of the price. Let's do a little tally of what we spent on our bed brace. So I've got $30 in steel for the 3/16. Then I get 2 6-foot sticks of the 1.5 inch tubing, which I could have gotten cheaper from my local scrapyard. So that was $90 a stick, $180. So we're already at $210. Then the heim joint kit. That was $80 a set, so $160. So we're at $370. And the shock mounting tabs, those were a few bucks. I don't know. So we'll just call it $380, $390. Let's just call it $400. That's not counting having to paint this thing or powder coat it or whatever I'm gonna do with it. From all the other companies, it's like around $300 and you have it ready to go, painted, powder coated, whatever, ready to do its job, but it won't look as cool as the one that I have. You probably can do it cheaper with me. You definitely don't need heim joints, but I wanted to be able to take off those diagonal pieces. You can put just regular tube gussets, and then you save $160 right there. Also, I didn't know what I was buying. I could have gotten it from the scrapyard, but I didn't have room to keep a 22-foot stick in my garage. The cool thing is, I have something unique, and I'll probably get it powder coated black, keep the rod ends chrome or polished or whatever they are, and then the tubing part of the gusset, I'll probably have it powder coated bronze to match my method wheels. So that'll be really cool. If you're down for a fabrication project, you just want to hang out with your redneck neighbor, have a few beers, definitely recommend doing it yourself. If you don't want to do that and would rather spend the same amount of money and have it already ready to go, I would just call Battleborn Off-Road, talk to Matt Talavera, and see what he can hook you up with. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. We're kind of getting back in the flow of it after the holiday season. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and remember, go get them revs.